Syracuse. Now, the race for Syracuse mayor has been heating up as we inch closer to the June 24th primary date here in the city.
And with a heavily contested Democratic slate of candidates, it's hard to know who will be the nominee for the mayoral election in November. Here in studio to take us through it is CitrusTV's and Central New York native Drew Matyasik. What's going on?
Thanks, Spencer. That's right. The race to take the seat of Mayor Ben Walsh, who is term limited after this year, is getting really intense. This is what the field of the Democratic Party looks like right now. There have not been any polls conducted as of today. However, there is a common consensus among many in the city that Deputy Mayor Sharon Owens is the frontrunner in this race. Owens has served as Walsh's deputy for the last 7 years and has stated to her supporters that she is, quote, not Ben Walsh Part 2. You also have Patrick Hogan, a common councilor in the city who also ran for mayor back in 2013 against former Mayor Stephanie Miner. He is endorsed by many on the common council, including at-large councilor Amir Gethers and District 1 councilor Marty Nave, and is leading the vote for the endorsement of the Onondaga County Democratic Committee after the first round. However, another councilor is also running, Chol Majoke, who made history in 2019. He's the first refugee to hold elected office in Syracuse when he won his race to be the councilor of the 3rd District. But he's largely seen as an underdog in the race, but don't count him out just yet. And the final candidate on the left is Jimmy Oliver, a Syracuse police engagement officer, who was one of the first people to announce their candidacy back in September. For now, the only candidate on the Republican side is Tim Rudd, who is marred in controversy for multiple reasons. However, before we get to that, it's important to note that the Republican Party does not support Rudd for their nomination, and it is very unlikely that he will get it in the state primary in June. Tim Rudd is a former Democratic at-large councilor in Syracuse and the former budget director to Ben Walsh. He left the Democratic primary in January to run for the Republican Party's nomination, running as what he calls a Republican in name only. Rudd has been heavily criticized for his recent comments against Deputy Mayor Sharon Owens, in which he doubled down on referring to her as an enslaved mother that controls children for the master. Rudd had previously supported Owens before launching this racist attack against the deputy mayor, and Rudd was fired by the city shortly after these comments were made public. In a rally downtown last week to stand with Owens, County Legislator Mo Brown said she's a black mother in this community and she is deserving of protection. When they attack black women in our community, we are not going to stand idly by and let politics drive our actions. We are going to let justice drive our actions. Early voting for the primaries begins on June 14th.